Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Tom here.
We're going to be watching more of The Legend of Vox Machina, Episode 4. And I'm enjoying this series. I really like it a lot.
Yeah, same here. They have a lot of colorful metaphors. You know what I mean?
I gotta tell you, I convinced Ryan to watch the first episode. He does like certain cartoons, but he won't just watch them on his own. But he knows how much I love animations. And I'm like, just check this out. It's your kind of humor. I think you're gonna like it. And watching the first episode, just the first 5 minutes, he was already laughing. You know, the whole bar fight and the
It's a bunch of drunks.
Yeah, a bunch of insults that they were. He's like, really? Did he just say that? I'm like, yeah. And it's just funny. And you have some silly humor, very immature humor, but then you have some really deep meanings behind things too. And when it gets serious, you really feel for the characters and what they've
Well, like the last episode
mm-hmm.
with Percy and his family.
Yeah, and it makes this show really has intriguing characters because poor Percy, I mean, I kind of figured most of them would have dark past with Vex and Vax, like we saw or we heard about their parents being killed by a dragon or something, and of course it's very upsetting. So we see all these humorous moments, and then when it gets really deep and dark, holy crap, it really hits you. And so with Percy, with his whole family getting murdered, that was just terrible to hear that. And he, for being someone quiet, I didn't expect him to be have black magic.
He went pretty dark.
Yeah, very scary. And he had the plague mask that he would put on. So what does that mean? I mean, he had some kind of black...
He also blew Desmond's fingers off, too.
Yeah, so he's very skilled with his gun, and he has no mercy. I mean, he went through so much as a child, his family getting brutally murdered. And not only, were they weren't even, in a battle or something. They were in their own home having dinner with these people that they thought was a fun time. They trusted them, and they were butchered by Delilah and her husband. So... so I don't blame him for being like that, but just want to know more about his black magic because, he would have it the energy coming off of him and then he would put the mask on. So I don't know if that helps stabilize or make it more powerful, his magic or something, but it was just a very intimidating way to confront someone,
Well, I'm sure we have lots to learn about all these characters, but definitely him. I mean, he's got some issues.
Yeah, and I was worried for Grog, too, because here, he's fun because he cares about his friends, and he just wants to fight. He is so freaking brave, and he'll just go in and fight.
He was getting sliced and diced up pretty good.
Yeah, and I thought he might... I always, get worried in shows like this where I'm like, well, maybe they'll kill someone off because it's a more realistic kind of tone, and you can't go by animation with that anymore because animations are very adult. There's more adult animations out there, so...
They're going to go Game of Thrones with all these shows
I
now?
hope not. That's what I was going with that. But yeah, I really hope not. But yeah, so the sword that Silas had absorbed and got bigger every time it cut up Grog. So does it just take his energy away permanently, or is it just a temporary thing? And I don't know if it's just dangerous. So
it's a sword. All swords are dangerous.
It's going to be like Tetsaiga off of Inuyasha.
Oh, jeez, that's old school.
Yeah, I love it. So shall we just get into episode 4?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. 104.
You've ruined our banquet, assaulted political allies, and risked the security of the realm!
Allura, something is very wrong with Uriel. He's under the Briarwood's influence. I can feel it.
That is a considerable accusation.
What kind of find are we talking about?
How can you arrest a house?
Okay.
There he goes.
I'll convene a formal inquiry at once.
Silas, stop!
We have the means of retrieving it, don't we?
Reminds you of David Xanatos from Gargoyles.
Yeah, I was totally thinking that too. I love that.
It'd be cool to have magic.
What kind of magic? I want to be like
any kind of magic.
Yeah. I like how they had Trinket since they were little. That's hard to animate. Rotations like that.
I wouldn't know, but you would.
It's really hard.
The more you resist, the longer this will take.
Come on, man. It's not a weapon. I just want to serenade the group.
And you're doing us a favor.
I advise that you sit tight
and wait for the Sovereign's inquiry.
And what, we're just supposed to sit here?
You have the run of your keep.
He is kind of like Wrecker, though. He's always working out.
It's like Wrecker and Drax.
Yeah.
Getting out? So what are we waiting for? Let's fuck up these guards and bust out of here.
Oh, so you'd like to be fugitives of the crown, wanted in every corner of Tal'Dorei?
Screw all that. We should focus on this book. I mean, look, dead bodies, wolves. It's some kind of fucked up evil diary. Any letters it says, fuck you, Vax.
Lovely. Yeah, check it, guys.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Interesting.
yeah?
Stop! You never thought to mention that the Briarwoods killed your family?
My bad.
I wasn't aware that you were owed information about my past.
What we saw was you shooting an innocent kid.
No one in the employ of the Briarwoods is innocent.
The boy knew nothing.
Backstory.
When they arrived in Whitestone, the Briarwoods came as allies, seizing my ancestral home, even our tutor, the man my parents entrusted with our safekeeping, betrayed us to escape together. But
Holy crap.
Did it wake the dead? Jeez.
the thing about an old keep like this.
You okay, Pikey?
Yeah, I'm fine. Keyleth, can't you give us a little sunlight?
Me?
And so are we.
Oh, crap.
Fuck a duck. Your crew clearly can't be trusted.
Oh, you can't take the cutlery. Well, what if we get hungry?
Eat a fucking sandwich.
Hey, I don't take orders from you, asshole.
You and I have escaped from worse.
Soon gone.
Guards might catch the group, but not you and me.
True.
We could.
And why aren't we?
Because they're our friends.
Is someone there?
Zombie demons.
Everlight? Everlight.
Grog.
Sorry, Pikey. You always talk in your sleep.
I was meditating.
What's this powder? Herbs and spices?
No, it's really
Ashes of my
gunpowder.
ancestors.
Right, this thing on? Am I talking in the wrong end?
Aww.
I mean, when people can't hear me, I'll just shout louder.
Aw, that's actually good advice, maybe.
You try that?
Oh, he's so cute. Ooh, the guy next to you. Ooh, he has stuff coming. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh God. Ew.
Oh.
We didn't ruin his entire dinner. Just dessert. Didn't know
You just
much
make a new
passed.
weapon.
Yeah.
I don't get to go home until I complete it and prove myself worthy. Which might not happen.
Appreciate that, Keyleth. Truly, and for the record, I think you're damn worthy.
Aw.
Lieutenant, with me, quickly.
How do you even defeat that?
What's
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuss,
trinket.
boy? Nothing's out here.
Pull out. Oh, in your head.
It's locked. I don't want
Grog,
to
you
wreck
break
your
that.
shrine.
Aw.
Do your grog thing.
You got it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
He's so respectful. I like it.
What did you do?
Don't look at me. All I did was make a hoagie.
5 of my men are dead.
It kills him quickly.
Yeah. Oh, the worst way. No. Holy crap.
Oh, jeez.
The shrine. Maybe that's the only safe place.
It's the light.
Yeah. Oh crap. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, how much to kill him?
It's all up to her.
Yeah. That's cool. Push. Try harder.
This is a creepy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, prove yourself. Okay, good. Hopefully it'll kill them.
It seems to be burning up.
Yeah. Good.
Good luck they're able to stand up after that.
Yeah, and stabbing them though, what does it do? Because they're dead already.
The Briarwoods.
And they'll no doubt send more. We can't stay.
Can we get a band-aid?
Then
I
go
like him.
and wish me luck.
Pentecost pad.
That's insane.
If we beat Silas, his charm on Uriel will fade.
And we can clear our names. I'm a snack.
We'll all with you, but Trinket.
Good, he's okay.
We'll be back soon.
Careful where you aim that thing.
See what I mean? A snack.
I'm not going.
What do you mean?
I can't hear the Everlight.
Well, I'll come with you. Just you and me. What if I need you?
You'll feel me there with you. You're their light now.
She has to do
She'll be back.
She'll be back, yeah. The emotions behind everything, I love it. Oh my god.
See,
everything about this episode was awesome.
I'm just surprised they survived that, compared to how quickly they were killing people.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, let's talk about that first, because the curse, the spell, I guess, that she brought upon them, Delilah, like, what a way, like, that was original to me, because I was thinking zombies, but you have these, like, cryptic, like, just skeletons that you can't even touch, and when they grab you, I mean, some would die right away. Maybe Vox didn't die right away because they're stronger or something, but they were possessed or taken over by these creatures, and just having the black goo left over on them as a reminder, like almost like they're bleeding or something and just injured. It was so grotesque and wonderfully done, though, and just getting like pulled up against the walls and dragged, like it felt like
I just liked how
to me or something.
I just liked how, like, in darkness they're untouchable, but as soon as the light hits them, you can destroy them.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Thank goodness it had a big weakness, but the spell also was able to blow out the flame and kind of like to stop light. So thank goodness Keyleth was able to stand up and do that. So Pike, I was kind of thinking she'd have to go through a bigger journey, but I was thinking at the end of this episode she was going to be the one that would have to bring forth the light, even though Keyleth did try at one point, but that wasn't like her thing before. So yeah, I'm sad to see Pike leave, but that was intense. That was actually really scary. And I know I keep comparing animations to live action because it makes me happy. When we grew up, we watched certain animations that had kind of adult themes, like, they were meant for kids, but they had deeper meanings behind stuff. Like we watched Gargoyles, we mentioned that earlier in this episode, and we used to love that series. And, it had a lot of great storytelling and deep characters, and you really just, like, felt it all the way through. It was really well done. You would be scared about the characters and stuff. You'd be invested.
Well, the character development was just so great that, you actually cared for them.
Yeah, it was so well done. And with this, like, I think, again, it has great balance where you have fun humor, but this episode was very serious, and I really felt the emotions behind the characters, and that was amazing. And just Croc and Pike, I love them. Love them together.
I was just gonna say that their connections. He's a big, dumb, lovable, lunk.
Yeah, he is, and more. And I know it's stereotyped on purpose, where they care for him, his friends care for him. And even Percy at one point was very impressed on how he could, speak clearly sometimes. However he said it like a couple episodes ago, but he is aware of his surroundings. Like, he might be basic with certain things, but like, he understands emotions, and talking to Pike and realizing when she's upset, and even respectful where he's like, I don't want to ruin your shrine, I don't want to damage anything. So
how do you arrest a house?
Yeah, that was cute. So he has like those silly moments there, but he really does understand when it comes down to like major things, like what not all the time, I know, but like when he cares, he understands,
when he needs to, he understands.
Yeah. So I think that's really sweet. And him and Pike, they have a history together. Like, yes, they're a group now. I know we're learning more as we go, but to see, he's been so friendly with Pike anyways, and they seem closer, but they actually had history before, it seems like, the group, when it was just the two of them. So that's kind of neat too, to see that it goes way beyond just the group. Like, they were together before them, probably as good friends, and they really trust each other. They're probably like family to each other. So that departure at the end was very meaningful, was very sad, because Grog probably has never been away from Pike before. So to split up like that was sad. And even seeing Scanlan, like, we know he probably has something for, like, more than just a friendship with Pike. So he looked like he was sad too. So I like seeing these close-ups of these characters that we know are close. They have emotions behind it.
Hopefully down the road they'll do more backstories on how they all came together as a group.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it wasn't just, hey, here we are, we're a group. It's, it seems like it was, probably Vex and Vax, Grog and Pike. And then, I don't know about the other two, but if they were together, if they were individual, but hopefully they'll show us some light on that.
I'm kind of thinking they will, but we'll see, because I know there's a few episodes out already. And with Vex and Vax too, when they were talking to each other and saying that we could just like leave. Why don't we just leave here? Like, it's no problem for them. They're stealthy. They can easily get out of there. But because of their friends, they're looking at Scanlan, who's so silly. I love him too. But it's fun to see that they're all like a family and they are true to each other. I meant to say last time as well, when Percy, they even said it in this one as well, but this episode, but Percy said last time, about, these guys, like when he got upset when they first went to that banquet, and he's like, these two murdered my family, and right away the rest of Vox was like, what can we do? How do we help you? Like, they just wanted to help him. Like, they just care so much. It's not about like, holy crap, are you kidding me? No way. It's like they hone right into their friend about his feelings, and they're like, well, what can we do for you? So I
also, speaking of Percy, when they were asking him about the magic they saw from him, he kind of blew it off as, it was just the gunpowder that you saw. It wasn't anything.
Yeah.
And he kind of blew it off.
He's hiding something. I mean, I want to know definitely more about that, because he's very interesting, and he's awesome too, because even though he's so angry, obviously for good reason, but when he was talking with Keyleth, like I mentioned, they're kind of an odd couple, just being prison together, or just together, them being contained together. And when she starts talking, because Keyleth sounds like a little meek, like she's shy, and talking to Percy, I kind of took it as, well, he's going to get upset at her and tell her to stop talking. But he was very understanding and listened to her, and she's very immature too. Like, she comes off kind of shy, innocent, and naive, but she when she opened up and talked about like not being able to see her family again unless she proves herself, like that's hard as well. It's different from Percy, but he felt for her, and he's like, wow, I didn't know that. And he wasn't like, you don't understand, and like bitey. He didn't shut her
and he even
down.
told her that she's definitely worthy, even though he was going through, at that exact time, he was still going through some bad stuff, and he still was able to stop and tell her that.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing on his part. It tells what kind of character he is.
I think that is wonderful. So these characters are complicated, and you can't just judge a book by its cover. I mean, the only one that's kind of straightforward is Grog, but we can see how much he really does care. And again, he is a lot smarter than we realize or something, like that he displays to everybody else, because there's a lot more about him as well. But yeah, I think
he definitely has the Drax look, but he does also has the Wrecker sweetness to him, I guess I want to say.
Yeah, and he's big. He works out all the time, so it would make sense
with anything.
Why his physique is always so big and strong, because you have to. But that's what Wrecker always did as well. He'd find any kind of object around just to work out. And Grog is just constantly doing that. But yeah, love the dialogue. And the Briarwoods are very terrifying, because right when they were introduced, it's not like a build up to a finale of holy crap, look how powerful they are. They're just like terrible from the start. Like, how are you going to fight this? This is just bad. I mean, they almost killed that spell alone by Delilah almost killed them all, and
well, I'm surprised they didn't get killed. I mean, they were, especially like
with Keyleth.
Well, yeah, or I was gonna say Vex. She was held on the wall for a few seconds.
Yeah,
and you saw everything bleeding from her eyes, and I mean, the other guys they were dead within seconds. It was
which makes
crazy.
Me think that our team is stronger in their own way. Because
like a magic wielder versus like a regular human.
Yeah, because they were elves. I mean, I'm sure there's so many different species. We have gnomes, elves, and giants. So the guards outside the palace, when they were attacked, they had sharp ears too, pointy ears. So I'm thinking they were elves. But yeah, there's something about our group that's a lot more powerful. Or they were just lucky. And I mean, we saw how fast the other guys died. And then they were completely possessed. Caliph, I mean, holy crap, when she was just bleeding out like that with the black goo. And she also got pulled up the wall. I thought, you saw the creature behind her. I'm like, she's going to freaking die here. Like, here she just talked about her family, never seen her family again, and then she freaking dies. Like, that sucks. And
well, even like Grog, you saw the hands come through his chest to grab him.
Yeah. So pretty intense. I'm glad they did survive. I know there's reason behind them surviving and not the other guards that we saw before who died so quickly. But yeah, it feels terrifying.
Something tells me that spell that Delilah did, I don't think she can do that too often, because if you saw her hands, they were like dying as she was doing that spell. So it must really do a number on her as well.
You know what? You're right there, because I took it as, because she had claws and that she was turning more demon, like not dying. But you're right, because I would think having, this power to use dark magic, would kind of take a toll on your soul or something.
Well, I mean, if she wasn't affected by it, what's to stop her from just constantly sending wave after wave after wave of those things and just wiping everybody out?
That's
so I think that's part of her limit. Is it's either maybe it is demonic where she's turning more demon, but I think it was more like it was draining her life force, as she can only do so much of it.
Yeah, she was obsessed with the book.
Because it was just crawling up her as she was doing it. It wasn't just instant.
That's true. That is true. How freaky. I mean, even with that kind of power, and there's a distance there because that Briarwood couple's away from them. I mean, can you imagine them going over to Whitestone to confront them? Like, how terrifying is that going to be? Like, that was
sure
just
we'll
a
find
spell.
out.
That was just a spell. And I'm glad Trinket was okay.
It was just a spell, and it wasn't even a spell for the book that they have.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Woo! So can't wait to watch the next episode. Please let us know what you thought of this episode till now. Please, no spoilers. Can't wait to watch more. I love it. I mean, it's totally up my alley. I love the animation so much, and it really has nostalgic, memories for me of like all these other different shows that I used to watch growing up. Besides all the adults.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely more adult than anything else. Besides Invincible, like that was a great series.
I'm just a snack.
I'm just a snack. You gotta love him. Oh my god, I know he's so powerful too. But Scanlan now,
he's so into himself.
Him. Yeah, because he's so into himself. But he does care for his friends. But he's so sexual and goofy that I want to see a more serious side of him because I know he has one.
He's got this little curly chest there.
I know. I love that. I bet you he's probably gonna have. I mean, I don't know. God, Percy has such a bad past. I'm like, not that people need to compare, but I'm going to say that maybe Scanlan has like the worst past or something. Who knows? That's why he.
What's the name of his What's the name of his instrument that he carries?
He said it a few times. I don't remember.
I know. I can't remember how he called it.
He keeps saying an instrument, too, which is kind of funny. My instrument. Watch you point that thing.
I thought he said it wasn't a weapon. That was totally a lie.
Yeah, I love that, which we knew. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. You can check out the next episode early on our Patreon. The link's below. And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Toodaloo.